Hello everybody and welcome back to Hologround where we're playing Legend of Legaia once again. Unfortunately, we are quite sad today. We've lost 3 babies to a cave-in. A moment of silence for our loss of Harry.
They weren't silent. As they fell into the abyss?
Well, of course not. They were falling.
No, after they fell into the abyss.
Oh yeah, they were little orbs of light, wasn't they?
Yeah.
See, I told you not to stay to live. Anyway. So, yeah, we're going to the depths below to destroy the mist generator, as we do. The usual. Once again, I'm joined by Luna and Sin.
Hello.
Well, I'm here to be a horrible influence.
Yes.
I'm here to exist.
I will be our main protag, Rio, once again. And Luna will be the girl.
I am the one with the Y chromosome, the X chromosome.
Yes, it's the X one.
I failed science.
Why?
And Sin will obviously be playing the macho.
Biology's in science.
And yeah, Sin will be Nacho, the only one that has a brain apparently.
The only one who's of legal age.
Oh yes, because we found out that Luna here is only 12, I'm 14, and Nacho's there was, what, 18?
Yeah.
Probably. You guys are the ones with the manual.
Yes. Manuel, the manual.
Manuel.
Manuel, let me read you.
Yes, way back when, games used to have manuals. Can you believe it?
Yeah, they came with a little man called Manuel.
Yes, Manuel would tell you all sorts of juicy information.
He did not come with a juicer.
No.
Hopefully not. We want to juice Manuel.
I love how Nachos looks basically like every single action man from the 90s.
That's what I mean. His headband makes him very much like the 90s. That thick headband. The thin ones were 80s, and the thick ones were 90s.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
Sin's here for that 90s headband fan service.
I mean, I am too.
I actually had a headband like that. With hair attached.
Thin one.
With hair attached.
Amazing.
Like they had those like fake hair.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of like a hat. Sure. It's funny.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if you meant like ponytail kind of thing or curtains kind of thing. My legs! Hypots! Tornado flame!
We have a very special subscriber on YouTube that I want to send to Lucas. I think you can guess why. And why it's Lucas specifically.
Is it a duck?
Yes. It's Austin Duckworth.
Wait,
it's a little bit posh, more posh than that. Yes, for real.
Love it.
Oh, look at that! The 12-year-old committed another murder.
You'd think that, you know, this is an uncommon place. Not in this day and age.
I'm concerned about the amount of teenage chosen ones that you find in fiction.
I mean, the only reason it's teenage chosen ones is because it's aimed at teenagers.
I know, it's just logistically, it's like, wow, they're gonna have so much PTSD when this shit's over.
Yeah.
And therapy doesn't exist in Fantasyland.
But Becky,
well,
you know if they weren't teenagers, the teenagers playing this won't be able to relate. That's because that's how it works.
Basically, yeah.
When children look at stuff, they're like, yes, that is me. Instead of, yes, I want to be that. So when they see an adult that they admire, they're like, yeah, I want to be that. But now it's just like, oh, there's our child. I want to be like this other child. Thus I'd never fucking grow up and have any kind of fucking goals in life.
But there's a reason why, like, Eastern heroes and Western heroes are so different. You look at West, where they have like Tony Stark, Iron Man, all these adults doing adult hero stuff, compared to East, where, as you say, teenage protagonists, what have you, it's aimed at the demographic. Whereas, you know, hell, look at this, I don't know, drunken billionaire with a suit of armor. I aspire to be that when I grow up.
Well, I'm not even talking about those.
Yeah, I know you're not. I'm just saying it's
In
an interesting contrast of the two.
in terms of superhero, I'm not even talking about superheroes. I'm generally talking about just role models.
Well, again, say take Fist of North Star, Kenshiro, right? He's a full-grown adult. How many kids do you hear talk about? Oh, I want to be like Kenshiro. In this day and age?
Nobody, because nobody, as far as I'm aware, who's under the age of 30 reads or knows what Fist of the North Star is.
That's
Yeah, but they're more
usually
likely
the
to
issue.
say, yeah. So they're more likely to say, oh, I want to be like, I don't know,
Keep going,
Luffy,
Rhys.
Naruto, Itachi, not Itachi, Ichigo or whatever. Oh, hello.
Fuck Ichigo! Rhea, look at the stone pillar! It's moving!
Oh my.
I'm a stone
Wow!
pillar. I like to move it. This is bad, Rio. I think the stone pillar likes to move it. The
Oh,
pillar
no.
is holding up the town of Octum.
Oh dear. We gotta stop that.
No, I don't want to see anything sad happen anymore!
Wow,
Too
that sounds
bad
like
you
your daily
signed.
life.
You signed up to be a fucking chosen one. That's gonna be your everyday life.
No, that's not how being the chosen one works. You get thrust into it whether you want it or not.
Yes,
Yeah.
it still doesn't change that this is what the chosen one sees all the time. Luna's
This
right.
is very
Let's
true.
hurry down there. If we hurry, it might not be too late. Might actually be able to kill that thing that's dropping the pillar.
Yeah. It might be Monochromon.
Eh.
I know what I mean, like teenage protagonists in fiction. I don't just mean like in this sort of thing. I mean like in general, you know, it's like, oh, I'm a generic teenage girl who happens to be super hot, but I don't realize it. And for some reason, everyone flocks to me, even though I'm an uninteresting bitch who's written by a bored housewife in her who's a Mormon or something.
You know-
Wow,
you-
not
well,
be specific, are you?
well, Becky, you do realize most of these are literally just somebody's fantasy, and if you can put yourself into those shoes, then it's your fantasy as well.
Yeah, basically.
It's not supposed to be realistic.
No. That's
In fact, being realistic would completely be the antithesis of having stuff like that. Why would
No,
I
I'm
want
not
to
talking
read
about being.
Why would I want to read about more depressing shit?
No, I'm not talking about realism. Like, I'm happy with escapism and fantasy, but when you
That's
write
the
the
word,
worst
escapism.
character,
Mhm.
yeah, when you write like a character that's just awful and whiny for the entire book, like, oh, why is this happening to me? I'm gonna let everyone else solve my
Becky.
problems.
Oh, Becky, I have such a good protagonist for you.
Oh,
You,
please
sh-
don't.
you should read Gantz. The protagonist is one
Gantz?
of the best characters you will ever experience in your life.
Oh, wait. Wait,
That's-
I've got someone better.
Do you though?
Shinji from Evangelion.
I'm
No,
not into
no, that's
Evangelion.
no. I'd say Gantz is still worse.
Oh, I'm not saying worse. I meant a whiny, bitchy protagonist. It's like, why is this always happening to me?
Well, because he's like 14.
hmm I guess has to pilot a giant mech and have everyone that he loves and cares about pretty much die around him.
Well,
It's
yeah,
like-
that was the whole idea behind that show initially.
Oh, well.
No, I'm just saying that it was just to show people the fucking horribleness of mecha, and then essentially the producers and everyone else warped it into another mecha anime. It became the antithesis of what it was.
Yeah. Funny how that works, eh?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, have your teenage chosen one fantasy at least make the protagonist likable. That's all I ask. Make them likable. Don't make them a miserable cuck unless the point is some like dystopian apocalypse or whatever. Like then they're allowed to be miserable. But it's like if they're like utterly unbearable to read. But for some reason everyone's like, you're the best!
You should read
Admittedly, that's a
Kant's.
matter of opinion, sweetie.
I don't want to.
You should read Kant's. The main character is unbearable.
I don't want
And
to.
it's a really long manga. And
I'm good.
he is absolutely fucking unbearable. I hate Gantz so much. I hate
good.
the offer.
Didn't you hate read it?
Yes, I hate Reddit. Back in like 2006, I believe, I watched the anime. Sorry.
So I frog in your throat. Yeah.
Well, I just got up, so... Anyway... I watched the anime in like 2006 or 2007 or something. And yeah, the anime... even kind of says stay away from guns.
I was planning to,
And
Henrik.
he's only watched the anime. That's his impression.
Oh, you
But
poor
yeah,
bastard.
but yeah, the anime kind of...
Oh, go on, over.
Nice.
Sorry, go on.
The anime basically kind of like has is slightly different because it ends differently, but it like builds on the same foundation. And in the anime, what happens is they get locked in basically a catch-22 that they cannot get out of, and it just kind of like loops. Their destiny loops. They can't do anything.
Okay.
Um,
Finally a safe crystal.
But the manga continues, and manga continues far later. And I remember, like, if you remember Rhys back in the day, you didn't have all these sites or apps to read manga. You had to download it from the scanlators websites themselves.
Yep.
Or you had to go on,
I remember.
Torrents and whatever else.
Yep, I
But-
remember. Dark times.
Yeah. So I remember downloading, I think, Naruto Shippuden, like chapters, and I think that specific scanlation group used. They also scanlated guns, and I think they just used like promotional image for like like they usually like, oh, we're now hiring
Yeah,
for
yeah.
people.
Yeah, I know.
So they had a image for guns, and it wasn't something I recognized. It was like a scene where there are just like many different characters that I didn't know were sitting around the ball, and the ball was showing a countdown. And I'm like, huh, I don't remember that. Is it still going on? And I looked it up and like, oh yeah, it is going. The manga is going, and it's actually much further. And I left it at that for about
Yeah, I
10
remember
years or longer. I don't know. I think I just left it at the back of my mind for 10 years.
that. Yeah, I remember. I remember
then-
you having a full meltdown about it.
Yeah, and later on I was like, huh, I should probably pick it up at some point and then read it. I, like the curiosity just peaked at some point. I don't know why. Might have been something I watched, but yeah, it just peaked. I'm like, I'll get it. I got it on my app at the time, and I started reading it. And the amount of fucking hate I had as I read it is something else. And I grew to absolutely despise the offer. Because I don't even know how to explain it. Just every single decision the guy makes, I fucking despise. Every single thing, like, and it's not even like just the story itself, because the story is horrible. The main character is horrible. The motivations of characters are horrible. The characters themselves show the worst of humanity on purpose. And the editorial choices, in my humble fucking opinion, are absolutely horrible as well. Because if are you like familiar with the show, Rhys?
Yes, I am.
Okay, if you remember, some of the characters are underage, right?
Yes.
Oh no.
And there is, Becky, a lot of gratuitous fan service, like as chapter covers, which
Oh.
fine,
Oh,
but it's
no.
every fucking chapter, every single fucking one is
And I thought so.
It
Oh,
is
yeah,
just the
good.
girls, like in those fucking skin-tight suits or whatever, and they're just always. It's always pin-ups. It's always pin-ups of these characters, and it has absolutely nothing to do with the story. Again, I know
Gotta ruin pinups.
well, I know I'm like I have a very weird relationship with fan service. On one hand, I like it, but I like it when it has a purpose.
Yes.
Because then it just gets annoying because that's all you see. And if I want to see porn, I'll go look for porn. Fuck's sake. I don't.
Yep.
When are they gonna get this?
So it's literally every fucking thing, and it's almost like every time I start a new chapter, it starts off with like sometimes it just starts with just stuff happening, and then they have the chapter cover in like after 2 pages or something, and it's always what's the word? I want to say derailing or whatever you're reading, whatever. It's just
No, you're quite correct.
it's just like
Derailing.
yeah, you just fucking stop and you're like, oh, for fuck's sake. And it's every fucking chapter for like first 60 chapters or something. And it's just like every character that appears.
This one's actually called
Nacho's
Nacho's Mace.
Mace.
Like, your mace was here? Why was it out here?
Well, maybe you guys picked it up and is like, yep, this is mine.
That's the only explanation I can come up with.
That's not your business, Rhys.
And
I just find it funny that the other day, me and Bex were talking about the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse, the sequel to the 7 Deadly Sins.
And the 7 Deadly Sins.
And she's
like-
complaining about one cover that has a 12-year-old hiding behind one of the other girls or nude or whatever, and you're talking
Because-
about underage people on every cover.
Because it's implied 12-year-old nudity, which should not be implied, Rhys.
Oh my god! I love it, but you're complaining about
But the
the
less
one.
said about how the female characters are handled and shown in general, the better.
here's the thing, Becky. If it's part of the story, and if it's part of like making a joke or making some kind of thing, in my case, I can excuse it because you've actually worked it in, either for a laugh, for a quick jab or something. You worked it in for something. If they're there, if it's literally the what was it, the Chun-Li scene where she's just in the fucking shower for no fucking reason in the old anime, like.
It was
Why?
a no reason thing.
No,
It was a no reason.
yeah,
thing.
exactly. But I'm just saying, like, if it's stuff like that where they work it in, I'm fine with it because you've actually, again, I'm the plot guy where I actually enjoy where everything is relevant to something. So
Same.
I mean, if it was plot, it's like I'd still be uncomfortable. It's like, okay, you found a legitimate reason to include this questionable content, but no, it's just literally a cover of these 3 barely legal or very underage
No.
girls.
They're all 16 except the one.
16 still underage, Rhys.
Again, not for Japan. It's Japan, Becky. You gotta remember their rules are different.
Yeah, but no, it's like just yes, but you still have adult men that will see the cover, Rhys. But point is, it's just the 3 of these barely legal to not legal girls just standing around in the buff. It's
so
like,
And again,
no,
you say the buff, it's covered.
The characters I was talking about were also 16ish. So anyway, yeah.
Again, as I've said before, with this author anyway, it's not just he does it to girls, he does it to the boys too, but in Bex's case, the girls themselves, yeah, they're in the nude, but they're not showing off their boobs or tits or
These
anything.
ones are specifically placed in gratuitous poses, just like a Playboy pinup.
Mhm.
Is what I meant.
Actually, let me
is
find-
what I mean.
Wes. That's
So,
Yeah, let me find the cover just to show a point
well,
to Sin anyway.
yeah. Well, here's the thing, Becky, about the main character, and kind of summarize them really well the other day. The main character, he is the worst of a teenage boy, where
Oh,
he
fuck
is
no.
super fucking horny. And the premise is that all of these characters have died. All the characters that you... Rhys, keep playing, it's fine.
Yeah, I'm going.
Yeah, but all these characters have died in some way. And they've been revived by the Guns ball, essentially. It's like a black sphere in the middle of a room that essentially rebuilds you layer by layer. Just like top down or whatever, it just rebuilds you. And it just makes a copy of you. It registers that somebody died and it makes a copy of them. And these are these characters. So very early on, there's a girl alongside of the main character who essentially appears nude. Instead of like he and his friend died because they were trying to rescue an old drunk who fell onto the train tracks and the train was coming. So they were trying to rescue him. Well, his friend was trying to rescue him. And this cover is fine in terms of like what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm saying.
Anyway. Yeah, the old man falls down there, and his friend, who is like has a very high sense of justice, goes down, tries to help him, but he needs help, and he's begging everyone on the the train station to help him, because the train's coming, and nobody's helping him until he recognizes the main character as he's one of his friends, or like friends from middle school or whatever. And he calls out to him, so now the friend kind of like is obligated to help. So he goes down. Well, that's the main character. So he goes down, tries to help him, and they get the old man. Unfortunately, there's not enough time for them to get up, and they get run over by a train. And they get revived. And again, they're in that room. There's a couple of people there already, and then another person gets revived, and it's a girl that is completely nude. And you find out that she basically slit her wrists in a bathtub. That's why she's nude.
Okay.
However, what happens is that her parents actually discovered her, and she was saved. So this is now a copy of that girl.
Okay.
And she can't go home. The others went home. She couldn't. So now she's homeless.
I know where this is going.
And the main character, basically, yeah. He's trying to figure out the best ways to get her to sleep with him.
No, this girl has actual issues and should probably be the actual focus.
And then, yeah, like he gets her there, and while she's there, he is trying every single fucking thing to think of how he can sleep with her. He doesn't succeed.
Thank God.
But that's the type of person, I'm just saying, that's the type of person you're dealing with here. And he doesn't get better whatsoever during this. It just gets worse. He gets worse. And the thing is, Becky, again, you are stuck with this protagonist all the way through.
Can we get a rewrite of this from the bathtub girl's perspective? She sounds like she'd be an actual
She is not an interesting character. I'm just saying, neither is he. If anything, the friend that is actually altruistic is actually interesting. Rio, no good. The lava is blocking our way. We can't go any further.
Luna? What are you doing, Luna? Ria, we can use this. We can climb this and get across.
You guys are gonna die a horrible melting death.
Whee!
Wait, Luna, don't go by yourself.
I'm a strong, independent woman.
You're 12! You're a girl at most.
Whoa, wee, Rio Natures, this is awesome. I'm a strong, independent gal.
There we go, that's better. Rio, it looks like there's no other way.
Rio, what are you waiting for? Hurry, let's go.
I'd love to if the game would let me.
And here's the thing, Becky, like, the main character's friend, the one that I told you about, that guy is the one that's actually kind of interesting at all. Because he's actually like a good person, like a genuinely good person. And the problem is that he basically has built himself up this way to be like the main character, like he was in middle school. Because that guy used to be like good, he just soured. So he's trying to like be like him back in the day. And then he just more or less built up that personality. But now we're just left with this fucking asshole throughout the whole thing. And the friend dies. Then like
Again? Again?
Yeah, he dies eventually. Unfortunately, a lot of characters die. But if you rack up the Gans ball, essentially like racks up points for you, depending on your performance when you're like doing stuff it wants you to. And if you rack up enough points, I think it's 100, you can get a wish from it. And one of the wishes is like you can get a better weapon. Another one is you can revive someone, or you can forget everything and go back to living. So you get like a choice of three. And like other people, for example, kept wanting like better weapons to actually fight the things they're fighting, just to make their lives easier. But most of these characters have been reviving each other. And like
that's
the main
nice.
character actually revives a lot of people like throughout this thing. He's still a fucking dick and all, but yeah, there's another character who's even worse than him, and he's a middle schooler. But that guy
middle
is
schoolers are the true evil.
no. That guy literally goes at some point. You remember that countdown I mentioned? That countdown gets brought up as when he revives that middle schooler. He says like, "Why did you revive me?" He's like, "Well, I didn't want you to die and just wanted to give you another chance." And he's like, and he's like, Gans, show them the countdown, and Gans brings up the countdown and says like, that's the countdown until the end of the world. And it's not
Lovely.
And it's not far off. It's very, very near. So it's just like a number counting down, and they try to figure it out. And I don't remember the exact number, but it's I think it was like a couple of months. So basically, they're fighting aliens all this time that are living on Earth, and the countdown is when basically a large-scale invasion is destined to happen, which will wipe out humanity. So they see this, and it's like, well, great. So near the point where the invasion happens, oh hey, it's a centaur. Minotaur, centaur, minotaur.
Yep.
It's Bob.
He's Waaldeen.
Gee, I wonder what could be causing the, yeah.
But yeah, like, at some point,
Don't interrupt me. I'm doing something important over in my Nohati. Didn't you hear me? I said I'm in the middle of something important.
And I said I'm gonna kick your ass.
We can talk after I push over this stone pillar and kill everyone above us.
How about you?
Luna just bites him on the ankle.
Sir, you're being really rude. Hey, didn't you? You don't take no for an answer, do you? What on earth do you want? Speak to my manager. He'll pencil you in for an appointment. Hey, those are on your arms. Those are ra-seru, aren't they?
Yep, you're looking at a group of intrepid teenage protagonists.
Oh
Sup?
no. Just my luck. That means you guys are the enemy, right?
Correct.
Alright, I'll fight you. All three of you. Come at me once.
Anyway, what happens when they get close to the timer is the middle schooler goes to school and essentially kills everyone in his class except one person who was nice to him.
That just reminds me of that dang cook joke.
Oh yeah, where you give like the office creep who's always polishing his shotgun like a candy bar one day, and then when he's shooting up the office, he looks at you and is like, "Thanks for the candy bar," and you're like, "No problem." And
Yeah.
he keeps on continuing. his
It's
spree.
it's basically that he uses all of those weapons and powers that you get from guns essentially to massacre everyone in his class and school to the point where like they call the police and he just starts massacring them and just like holds out until the invasion finally like goes full scale. Yeah, that kid is irredeemably evil. Like all the way towards the end. But yeah, the main character actually, as much as I like talk shit about him, he actually grows up and redeems himself, the main character, slowly towards the end, because he finally gets like a proper girlfriend. He actually gets into a good relationship with her, like an actual wholesome one.
Yeah. That's
He
good.
becomes like a big brother figure to everyone who gets revived and teaches them how to survive if they're listening. Like he's actively trying to keep everyone alive and prepared. Like he changes
Nice.
towards that, and he's working towards like reviving his friend again. Like he actually changes, but yeah, more hijinks happen later on where one of the girls gets obsessed with him, and she's like
As you do.
no, the thing is she is like a pop star idol or something before she dies, and she gets I think
Okay.
she gets killed by an obsessive fan or something, I forget. But yeah, she gets revived, and she's one of the characters that survives for a long time. And she sees this growth in him. She goes on these missions with him a lot, and she grows close to him essentially. And again, he is reliable. The main character is reliable. He is like powerful, and he's the most experienced. So she just gradually grows to like him. However, he, like I said, he grows up. He has his own relationship, and his girlfriend's nothing special. It's just a girl from his school, I believe, that he like grows close to. She's not a beauty. She's not smart. She's just like literally like Hinata.
Oh, okay.
Rhys
Best
is
girl.
automatically like best girl.
No, I'm just
just
saying.
said it, best girl.
Yeah, but like, she's just like a background character.
Yeah.
But he genuinely loves her. So yeah, he basically rejects the idol, and she grows like she accepts it. But when like the thing finally happens, like they go to a point where the invasion is close by, and they don't have to go on any missions anymore. And what I didn't mention is that in the ball there's a guy called there's a guy in there that they actually call Guns, that has been unresponsive to them and has spoken to them only through the ball. But when the invasion like gets close by, he essentially just crawls out of the ball and is like, oh, everybody leaves, and she comes back because she still has a wish, and she
Oh shit.
returns and sees that the guy came out of his ball, and she's like taken aback because, well, she's never seen.
It's a dude.
No, she hasn't seen him out like up and about it whatsoever. And the guy's like carefree. He's like, oh yeah, you still had a wish, right? And he's like, yeah, give me 1 sec. And he just like flicks a couple of switches in the ball. And he's like, what did you want? And she's like, oh, I wanted to resurrect this person. And he's like, yeah, well, but didn't you make the wish something else before the ball went offline? And she's like, no, I wanted this thing. And he's like, I'll just give you that thing. And what she wanted was the main character revived again, just so she would have a copy of him.
Okay.
So now there's 2 of the main character, and one is living with his girlfriend, like normally. The new one confronts him, says like, can you believe she did like, he's really upset that she revived him, because he's a copy of the other one, so he wants to be with his girlfriend, and she essentially is now kind of like forcing him to love her.
Yeah.
So they're in this very, very, very unfortunate state. So he goes to confront himself eventually, and the other one, the real one, is like, well, this is kind of great, because one of us can stay with one, and the other one can stay with the hot one. Like, we actually wanted this, remember? And the other one's like, I really don't want this right now. Like, but yeah, just imagine. It's like, she's amazing. She's hot. She's rich. She's like famous. You could be living the life. Like, man, I am actually kind of jealous of you. You know, like, just trying to talk him into it. And the guy just eventually just relents and like, yeah, fucking whatever, and goes back to her. And he is essentially living inside her apartment all the time, and he is living like the life of a very bitter husband in a way, like stay-at-home husband, where she's doing everything to make him happy, but he's just miserable in the situation that she's put him in.
Yep.
And it stays like that for a while. And the final bit happens where the invasion happens, and now 2 of them are fighting like in different parts. And yeah, the idol eventually dies, and
Whoops.
well, through the battle, and as she's dying in his arms, it finally clicks that he did actually grow to love her while living with her.
Yeah.
But he's been stubborn.
As you do.
Yeah, but he's been really stubborn about it, and he's made her life like hell. And he basically starts like really torturing himself mentally after that. But it drives him to be basically the savior of her through his actions, because he taps into that potential of his. So, if anything, I'll give this manga. The ending is really fucking good. The final arc where they're going through the invasion. Everything up to that is fucking insanely horrible. I could barely read it. I read through it. But then the invasion happens, and it became interesting. I was actually like binge reading it for once.
Yeah.
Like, I was binge reading it, and the ending is more fucking nihilistic, philosophical drivel by the author. And I fucking hate it. In the end, Becky, nothing in life matters. That's the takeaway of the fucking Guns manga. Everything is chance, there's rules, people follow them. There's rules in nature, and we make our own fucking things that we follow, and nothing really matters. However, if there's any takeaway in the thing, it's that, like, they essentially confront what is God.
As you do.
For them. What is essentially God for them? But it's not God. It's just another alien race that is essentially like lived further than them, and has more answers. And
Hold on, Nachos and Minotaur are matching.
Oh, shit.
They dress the same.
I see that.
This is gonna be painful. Okay. Sure.
But basically, at the end, they talk to the God entity, and it's like, ask me anything. So they do. And they keep talking. They ask like, "Is God real?" And it goes on a long-winded answer saying, "No, God is not real. There's no afterlife. There is nothing. This is all the only thing there is. Nobody believes it." So it demonstrates. It revives a couple of people that were killed during this thing, and they're exactly like they were. They didn't feel any progression of time. They just like spawn, and then instantly, as they're there, it fucking destroys them, showing them that
Wow.
nothing fucking matters. It's just
Not God's a dick.
they're not God. They're literally just like an alien thing. So
That's why I said not
yeah.
God.
Yeah, they just demonstrate the thing, and it's just like, yeah, the thing happens, and that's it. And throughout this invasion, they show that the other alien species is barely, actually not barely, but they're basically like us, but we're like rats to them. We're tiny, and they might as well be eating us if they wanted to. And some of them do.
Wow. Okay.
Who knew the prequel to Prost Neverland would be so messed up?
But yeah, like
I actually read all the way through that.
in the end, again, humanity shows like the worst parts of them, and the other alien race gets annihilated, unfortunately, even though like they actually wanted redemption. But stuff became irredeemably bad, and their hero essentially doomed them all.
Okay.
Was it Gah?
No. Girl would have been an uplift in this story. But
Could you imagine?
yeah, it is. And to anybody who wanted to read Gans and I just spoiled the entire thing, find something good
Thanks for
in
coming
your
to our
life.
TED Talk.
No, find something good in your life because Gans isn't it. Trust me.
I mean, it has a few interesting plot ideas, like if you took that one about bathtub girl waking up and realizing, oh shit, since I have a coffee, I can't go home, and then basically having to live with some pervert that's literally trying to sleep
Well,
with her all the time.
So
That could turn
most
into a
harem
whole
animes.
psychological horror type deal.
Yeah. And the thing is, I can't. Like, this is the only time I cannot separate the artist from their work, because his other work is like this as well.
Ah, lovely.
So this is deeply ingrained in whatever he does. And again, I fucking hate the dude on multiple levels, and I hate the fact that people hold him up as this high standard of a mangaka, like almost like a legend. Where it's like, oh, this is the legend of manga. You know, this is this sensei, and I'm like, I get that he uses a lot of 3D for his scenes, like he actually is hardworking and produces all of this shit, but his method of storytelling is of an edgy teenager that never grew up.
Exactly, it doesn't matter on the art form. If you can't get the characters and your themes or story down, then everything else just goes to shit.
Well, technically, he did get his themes and story down, but whether you like it or not depends on you
'Cause they
as a
sucked.
consumer.
No, it is like depending on taste again. Rhys is right. I just really fucking hate it. I just really fucking hate it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh,
I guess that's the ra-seru. Oh yeah, I mean the seru that inhabited that thing.
Yeah.
goodbye, my friends!
You got me. I never thought you guys were this strong. I've lost my host body. Now I'm going to die.
Have bug.
I bet you're happy. You're as happy as can be over defeating me, aren't you?
Are we the
I
baddies?
can't stand it. Just looking at your face makes me the anger swell up in me. I'm going to use what strength I have left to buffer you.
Damn it,
Now
we
watch
killed
with
the
your
best
own
character.
eyes and see what will happen.
We killed the best character, guys.
Because you defeated me. Watch in vexation. Ha!
I love how he says, because you beat me, I'm going to do this to bother you.
Yeah.
It's like, mate, if you weren't doing this, we wouldn't have bothered you.
Basically.
Oh, he's gonna destroy the pillar, isn't he?
He's gonna kamikaze it.
This is my curse on you, my anger, the energy of my revenge, the absolute power of darkness.
So, bondage?
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
I
Lava's
was
rising.
joking about the kamikaze! I
Lava's
was
gonna
joking.
rise, isn't it? Oh no. I
Yeah.
guess not.
What?
Did he teleport us? Oh,
It happened! Zay, what is his name?
yes,
Zane.
It's Kane or Zane, doesn't matter.
Zane, make the lava hard! Now I'm cold. Boo-hoo! Ria, I'm cold. I hate the cold. Hurry, let's go back to Octave. Let me back in your pocket!
I never knew the ra-seru of the mist had the power to freeze molten lava.
Well, now we do.
Real. The danger to the town above is over for the time being, but
We're in the danger zone.
what Zane said troubles me. I have a bad feeling about this.
Oh god, why did you say that?
Rio, let's go back and check out the situation. Everyone's frozen, aren't they?
They were frozen today.
Hmm.
Are we on health?
We
Okay.
killed the best character.
What?
He
We
killed
the
himself.
best
Yeah, he did.
We helped.
We did.
Guardian chain, eh?
No need to thank us, everybody.
Oh, Book of Wind. I wonder who this could go to. You've learned Photo Blade, Luna.
She just pulls a whole ass vulture out of her pocket somehow and like just starts using it to whack the bad
Half
guys.
bird.
like she holds it like one of those flamingo croquet mallets in Alice in Wonderland.
I liked those.
God, it annoys me though when like authors have a few good sort of like plot nuggets, but because of how awful everything they do, it's like you had potential and you squandered it.
Well, I wouldn't even say this guy has potential. The thing is, I am a proponent of you can tell any story and make it good. And this is one of those instances where the guy literally told any story and he made it good. Unfortunately, I really hate that story. Because it does fall into... It wouldn't be as successful as it is if it wasn't good. I just really fucking hate it. And unfortunately for me, like there is another series called Inuyashiki about like an old man is diagnosed with cancer, and basically the premise is that he has lived an unremarkable life, doing an unremarkable job, and this is kind of like his reward from life, just to get cancer. So he doesn't have long. But he gets abducted by aliens apparently, and they rebuilt his
As
body.
you do.
Yeah, they basically rebuilt his body mechanically, so now he's just this superpowered being. But because he's like good-natured, he just starts doing good. But there's another
Aw.
kid, like
Oh, I know
15 or
this one.
16, yeah, who basically goes through the same thing. But he becomes a psychopath and like, psychopathic murderer. And
I just went straight to Megamind.
well, yeah, basically. And what happens is that there's this confrontation between them at the end, but you have to sit through the kid being an absolute psychopath, sociopath, whatever else, as he's killing
Just
fucking
autopaths.
everyone. Like there's yeah, I think you've seen the scene, Rhys, where
Yep, where he's asking a girl about One Piece.
yeah, basically like, oh, after killing her mom or something.
Yep, just asking like, oh, you know, you're pretty cute. Wanna go date me kind of thing.
Yeah.
But it's asking like, do you like manga? Do you like One Piece kind of thing? And of course he's all like, I can't remember if he said yes or no, but regardless.
I think she said
Eventually
yeah, I think she said yes, but basically she was like bawling her eyes out for over her mom. But yeah, again, this is gonna be a repeat, so I'm like avoiding it like the plague. And you know, the worst thing for me right now is Guns is still ongoing.
I'm sorry, what?
But now it's
I thought
taking
it finished.
But now it's taking place in feudal Japan.
What?
What?
I read
stop.
I read 2 or 3 chapters and I literally deleted everything from my like manga app at the time. I was like, I am not reading this shit. Not again.
But it sounded like it ended at a reasonable spot.
No,
Yeah,
it
that's the
ended.
problem.
But now it went back in time. And now the feudal Japanese have the power of the Gans ball to generate fucking anything.
So basically just repeating the same shit again.
Mr. Author Gantzman, please stop.
And he's never gonna
You're making
stop.
Can't stop, won't stop, we're in luck now!
Look, even the gel fog is like, I'm out! I'm out!
Seriously, I started
Anyway.
reading it and I'm like, nope, I'm not reading this.
You're just like, fuck this shit, I'm
You know what?
out.
Sing, could you put on ad break? I need a break from this.
From Gantz or
Sure,
from the
no,
snow?
No, go ahead.
Both.
I'll run the ad. Becky and I can just.
Thank you very much.
Yes.
Becky and I can just talk.
Mm.
I just fucking closed everything at that point. I'm like, no, I don't even want reminders that I've read this. I don't usually do that. Like, I told you, Becky, I don't like wholesome things, like overly wholesome things. But this is the other side of the pendulum, where it's just like overly fucking, overly nihilistic cringe to me. Where it's just like, again, it's just angst. This entire thing is angst, and I will admit that the manga has some really good bits about it, like in Guns. But it does them in the most horrible fashion possible, where I might, like, whenever I'm like watching a movie and like fucking rape happens, I might like throw out a joke about it. Here I can't even make a joke. It's fucking that bad, where I'm just sitting like, there's literally one point where they're fighting aliens who are kind of like Japanese yokai. Like they resemble mythological beings, and they've been there long enough that they've essentially established themselves as those mythological beings. And they're going through like a festival in the manga, you know, the yokai festival, and
Okay.
they're doing this in Kansai, I believe. So, like, you get to know a lot more characters, and I think the main character is dead at this time. So the friend character takes over. This is why it's kind of notable to me, because it becomes kind of interesting because the better character takes over. But all the other characters are still horrible. There's literally
I have returned.
There's literally one guy on the Kansai team who's literally just a rapist.
No!
And what he does is he keeps raping the yokai aliens. Like he finds, like, you know those like, for example, the long neck woman.
No!
Before killing them, he rapes them. He finds another one. He rapes it. He kills them. Then there's like a boss character who essentially can change forms, and he transforms into essentially just boobs and women. He essentially, like, his body becomes like an amalgamation of these naked women, and the guy can't help himself, and he just launches himself at that. And guess what happens?
He dies.
He dies horribly because he essentially starts humping it, and he can't, like, they basically absorb him and crush him into nothing.
Thank fuck!
Well, talk about a,
Justified death?
No.
Yes.
Ironic death.
Snoo. Yeah.
If anything, he dies in the most ironic fucking death possible.
I don't know why, that was just reminding me of High School DxD.
And sorry, I'm just gonna finish this off. They've actually animated that arc in 3D. There's a 3D movie about that. And Becky, funny enough, they've completely cut that character out.
Oh my god!
But Henrik and I watched that movie because I was like, again, my fucking hatred took over. I'm like, I need to see this. I fucking
You need to hate watch.
I basically hate watched it, and I found a lot of problems with it because I'm not sure why they did the show. They changed it a little bit in terms of like the flow. But they also retconned the beginning to make more sense in terms of the manga, which didn't make sense. You know, like it's one of those perplexing decisions. Like, why did you change it to begin with if you're gonna go back to the old thing anyway? It was one of those, and I kept telling Henrik how it happened in the manga, and I even showed him the fucking rapist character. Well, like, this guy's not in it. This happens and that happens, and he's like, okay, great. And
Sounds like me to Bex.
Actually, Becky, let me show you.
No! I do not need him in my life!
Let
no!
me show you. Guns.
No, I do not consent to that.
Team.
I do not consent to this nonsense. Your tomfoolery is not accepted on this day,
Consent
sir.
has been left at the door when we entered.
No!
Welcome to Hologround.
Why do I associate with you people?
Well, you're stuck with me. Well, you're stuck with me until you find something younger or better. As for Sin, it's like,
How could this
Oh, he's just
happen
my
to
friend.
me?
so,
I made my mistakes. Got nowhere
don't
to
get me
run.
wrong.
The night goes on.
I mean, don't get me wrong, sweetheart. You can leave me, but I'll still suffer with Sin all the same.
I don't want to leave you, baby. I just don't need to see particular things in my
Let
life.
me see. Guns boob alien. This should be.
No! I
accurate.
don't need.
I love the fact that's how you're literally looking it up. God's
Sid,
boob
I appreciate
found
a
it.
good boob. I appreciate a good boob.
I
but
found it.
I
This
don't need that.
this does not include the actual thing, but this is how like that's the rapist character looking at the thing.
Okay, look. This I gotta save myself.
Oh god, it's horrible.
Oh my god! Really? Okay.
Really.
And
Feeling
you were
kinda-
complaining about
I'm feeling kind of sick just looking at this.
and you were complaining about that one cover from the 4 Nights of the Apocalypse.
I mean, that was before I knew about cats. I mean, I'm still not comfortable with it,
Hey
but...
Becky, you know what
What?
happens right after this? He jumps
He
up
jumps
and
up.
starts raping it in the mouth area.
So he literally grapes it in the mouth.
Yeah, and then this happens.
I'm good, Sid. I'm
No,
good.
no. Don't need to thank me.
No,
Here you go.
I'm not thanking you.
And then it just crushes him.
I love that last bit of the battle. Just
That's the good
What?
character, by the way. At the last panel, that's the good friend character. He's
I
basically
feel
witnessing
him on-
all of this, and he's just like,
I
"What
feel him
the
on a spiritual
fuck?"
level.
Oh, but
I just love that reaction in itself.
I forgot the best part of this manga, Becky.
No! Don't you fucking dare, you Soviet era baby.
Here you go. See this
It's
panel?
because I called you a
Rhys?
Soviet era baby, isn't
Becky?
it?
Yeah, I see it.
Becky, do
Yeah,
you see
I
this
see.
panel? Would you like to take a gander what's going on here?
I don't want to.
Would you like to explain what's going on here?
You're going to, regardless of what I say, sir.
I will. Here's one in color, just to make it a little bit easier for you. What's
no,
going
I'm
on here?
11. I'm not gonna say it on stream. I'm not gonna say it on stream.
So,
I'm white.
so here's. I'm also white, but I'm gonna say it. So anyway.
Yeah, but you want to get cancelled.
Should
Anyway.
I say it?
Anyway, no. So here's what happens in the story. So at some point there's a guy who decides to get as many soldiers for guns as possible. You know how he's gonna achieve this, right?
No.
So he decides that the best way to do this is to go to Akihabara the busiest region in Tokyo with loads of nerds and just couples and everyone during like I think Christmas or something. I don't remember exactly.
That's Japanese Valentine's Day.
Yeah, so basically he decides to go on a mass shooting. And he disguises himself as a black foreigner.
No!
So there's like this panel of himself sitting down and applying a lot of face paint to himself just to make himself look the part. And then he grabs a lot of guns and then he just goes on a mass fucking shooting, and that it is several chapters long of him killing people and killing people. And the main character and his girlfriend are like also like I think they were trying to meet up, and like they're separate during this whole chaos, and there's this tension of whether they're gonna be like affected as well. Like all this shit is happening.
Twitter, you have your new target, the mangaka of Gads.
It's not gonna work. It's way too late.
Don't you know, Twitter are experts at dredging up history from decades back and trying to get there.
And it just keeps going and going and going. It is fucking amazing what they get away with.
I'd be surprised if any Karen read Gans.
Oh, this has been like brought in a lot of times. There's even a section at some point where they have some actual black foreigners die, and they get brought into the guns chamber, essentially the guns room. And since they only talk English, they can't communicate.
Of course.
And none of the current characters can speak English well enough to tell what the hell's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Also, there's one really wholesome character in the manga.
Ah, what happens?
So, essentially, he is like Ryu, where he goes like dojo to dojo, challenging them, and he's like this fucking powerful martial arts fighter.
As you do.
And in the guns room, he he revives, and then another person revives that is like a 3 or 4-year-old child.
Aww.
It is tragic what happens to the child. Basically, the kid dies because he was abused at home to the point where his mother's boyfriend or stepdad, whatever, they didn't feed him. They kept like beating the shit of him to the point where he had broken ribs and was just like hoping for better times, crying himself to sleep, and eventually he dies from the abuse. And
the dark timeline of Kotaro lives alone.
Yeah, the martial arts character essentially kind of almost adopts him.
Aww.
And the kid actually actively starts learning his moves just through observation, and it's fucking cute. He's so proud. Because the kid just observes his newfound dad and just constantly, like, at some point, he's in danger and he actually does the move. And because they got those suits, it amplifies the power, and the kid holds his own. But yeah, they basically become like the surrogate father and child.
Of course.
And then nothing bad happens to them. Nothing bad happens to them. They get their own spin-off and they're happy. Don't ruin this for me, son. I want to live in this delusion, please. Don't you do it.
I'm
Don't
gonna
you do
look
it.
it up.
Whatever.
I'm gonna look it up.
Don't you do it! Don't you do it, Sid! Don't you do it!
I'm looking it up. Oh,
No.
the martial artist dies during the mass shooting. Okay.
No!
No. I mean, initially, that's how he gets into the guns chamber.
Oh,
That's what I mean.
Okay.
Sorry, that's what I mean. I'm sure he dies regardless, but you know.
Yeah.
No, they go on to have a happy life in the spin-off that I'm currently writing in my head.
Here's a better picture of them. Of one of the better covers that doesn't involve anything that's not supposed to be there.
Yeah.
Aw, look how wholesome
I don't know
it
why, but it
is.
just reminds me of the
Actu-
Master from
actu-
Doctor Who,
Actually, I think.
where
Yeah, go on.
where he says to David Tennant's Doctor, well, the Doctor says, you know, people have died, and the Master just quite literally, flat out, without missing a beat, just says, "That's what people do."
Yeah, but I do
Because
think
obviously,
he
they're
actually,
Time Lords that die and revive, but
He
he's not wrong. All the
he
same.
actually does find a character that actually kind of becomes the mother figure as well.
I mean, he's hot. He looks kind of like Mihawk.
Really?
Yeah, the eyebrows and the facial hair, like, it gives me Mihawk vibes.
I
But
suppose.
I'm not sure if they survive, so I'm just
We're
gonna
gonna
check.
pretend they survive
I'm
and have a
gonna-
happy life.
I'm gonna
Don't you dare.
check.
Don't you dare.
I'm gonna
Don't you dare.
check. I'll tell you
Respectfully.
I'll tell you the exact things that happen.
No, no. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. He's gonna do it, isn't he?
Yeah, of course he is. He's no better by now.
I don't
He-
want to live on
he
this planet
survives.
anymore.
He survives.
Yay!
He survives, and I think that girl also. Yeah, that girl also survives. So he's one of the few characters that lives through the thing.
That's good.
Hooray!
Bro.
Happy family!
Happy things for you, Becky.
Yes, they go on and become a crime-fighting family like the Incredibles, except functional, and they're super happy.
And now for the
And
child.
horse. Don't you do this to me, Sid.
He survives.
Yay! If you had told me if you had told me he died, I would have been like, respectfully, I hate you.
No, they're one of the few people that actually survive, and they deserve it.
Hooray! They survived the nihilistic fuckism of the author.
Yeah. And they actually, they basically start a family.
Yay! Happy, wholesome, found family. Oh, they need a spy family crossover.
Yeah. But I think those two are martial artists, the girl and him. So
Mm.
they kind of like find solace in each other.
Oh.
Oh yeah. That's how you. Well, I say you. That's how people usually find each other.
Well, the funny thing about this race is,
Yo.
I think one of the things that draws her in is she finds it funny that he's still a virgin. So she's like, "Yep, I'm gonna take care of you. Don't worry."
I feel like the author somehow heard about Street Fighter and Ryu and was like, I'm gonna parody the shit out of this guy.
Yeah, because this guy
I mean-
is also a practitioner of like karate. So
I mean, who hasn't heard of Ryu in the geek sphere? I suppose.
Everyone assumes he's a virgin.
He is.
he is, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what he gets up to. in
Look,
his spare
until
time.
Capcom says otherwise, Ryu, quite literally, has shown no romantic interest in anyone. And he is hitting 40.
Ah, asexual rep for the win then.
You know, he's literally traveled the world with no love interest,
Well,
essentially.
you say that, but Virgil reproduced.
Oh, this is what I'm saying. It's like, until Capcom says otherwise, it's like, unless Ryu's found like some girl upon his travels, or him and Chun-Li's hooked up at some point, because it ain't gonna be Sakura.
If anything, the fact that Virgil reproduced was probably the biggest laughs for Dante.
Yeah, basically. It's like, ha, you are a boy once yourself.
No, it's like, I guess
like-
we're all young at some point.
Yeah. And Virgil's like, oh yeah, I guess I did do that, didn't I?
I guess that
And we still don't know who he...
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
we
no,
still don't know who it was.
We kind of do. We kind of do.
Do we?
Yeah,
Do we?
it's basic. Well, it's basically alluded that it's just a prostitute, like a woman of the night.
Yeah, but
Because
That's all it says.
well, the thing is, she gave up Nero to the church.
yeah,
So
but
he's
this is what I
kinda
mean.
like
It's
an orphan.
like yeah, but I mean, you don't actually know who it is. It's just like, oh yeah, we're not gonna come up with a character. It's just some hooker, whatever.
Yeah, no, I mean like I think they kind of show it in 4 in the special edition.
Yeah.
I saw a video on Virgil at some point recently. I'll send it to you later, but it kind of goes over
Yeah.
that.
I liked Virgil better when he was a sexy emo guy with a pet jaguar.
Okay.
Because was it the plot twist in the latest game that he was in with amnesia or
That's-
something?
No, well, it's basically his human side of him.
Yeah.
That's the personification of the humanity in Virgil.
Yeah, give me more of that guy.
But the
Well, he's long since gone.
the bird, the titan, and the jaguar are his trauma, the personifications of his trauma, and that's why you have to kill them before they get assimilated into him, because then Virgil will receive his trauma back.
Yeah.
I don't want Virgil back. I want to hang out with the cute guy with the long hair that reads books.
Well,
and
he's
has
the
water.
funny thing, Becky, he's still there, because you can make a move if you play as Virgil in the Devil May Cry 5. You do a move, and you can become V alongside of the Jaguar and other characters for like a short period of time. It has actually a move that you can revert, so it still
Nice.
exists within him.
Yeah, I just want that guy. I don't want Virgil. Virgil's a
Again,
katana
you
wielding
can't just
prick.
kill. You just can't kill the memes. You gotta have Virgil for the memes.
No,
No, you can't.
Virgil.
You can't get rid of Virgil. He's an integral part of the whole thing, ever since the beginning.
Yeah,
I don't.
Yep.
fuck that.
I'm sorry,
Fuck
Becky.
Virgil.
That's
I
just.
wanna fuck the twink.
Well, the
Give me
thing
my
is,
emo twink.
the thing
it's
is,
gotta
Becky.
be the silver-haired asshole.
No, the thing is, Becky, you
With the
can't.
katana.
You can't, because if without him being Virgil, the human side essentially just crumbles into dust. That's what happens
God
in 5.
damn it!
He can't
Now
survive.
he's tragic.
Yeah, he can't survive.
he-
He's literally crumbling in 5. And when he becomes Virgil, he's on death's door. He's almost like crumbled to dust.
Damn it! I have to hate fuck Virgil in order to fuck the cute emo guy.
Hey,
Yes.
don't knock Virgil till you try it.
They had to mod out a bloody fedora in that one devil big.
We don't talk about that one.
He's wonderful, fedora, Rhys.
Becky, we don't talk about that one.
I will talk about it.
So you have chosen death.
We're all gonna die.
People
I am
die.
the storm that is approaching.
I am the storm that is approaching.
Lucas has finally responded. Excellent.
What did you say?
I shall tell you in a sec. He's still typing.
But yeah, give me my hot emo guy that has his pet jaguar. I don't need the. I don't need Virgil.
Pretty simplistic. Now that's a collab I would have never expected to see, but man, all of those look so cool. And I don't blame him.
What did you show Lucas?
Things.
The Valhalla game thing.
Ah,
She didn't look at it. She didn't care.
where did you post it?
The Lucas.
Send it to Sin. And Lucas, yes.
Oh,
Yeah, it's in our
Oh, I
chat if
see.
you scroll up for all the gun stuff.
alright.
Yeah, it's before your Miku thing.
Oh, that.
Yeah, but you never looked at it.
Oh, I thought we were talking about Valhalla's and Dana Best Gal that runs a bar.
No.
No, unfortunately not.
Oh yeah, everyone.
well.
Canonically, Dana is a bailiff in her off time. Do with that what you will.
Why the hell did it flash? Oh, did you tab out at some point, Rhys?
Yes, he did.
Okay, because
Did I?
Discord, your Discord flashed on screen for like a second.
Oh, did it? That's
Yeah,
weird.
it took me a
My
bit.
bad. Sorry about that. So yeah, thank you for coming to our TED Talk about Gantz for the last hour and 20 minutes.
Should have scrapped the haughty teenager and just made it a manga about the karate guy, his cute blonde wife, and his tiny adopted son all kicking ass. That should have been it for like 300 chapters.
I mean, there's been anime
They
manga like
they
that.
are one of the longest surviving characters. I'll give you that much.
And he's hot. And she's hot.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Oh, now you do the non-scary sneezes.
Hmm?
Now he does the non-scary
That's because you're not
sneezes.
high strung up on your own fears, Becky.
Mm-hmm. You built a tolerance. Congratulations.
I
No, it's
could have raised my voice and you probably would have jumped.
Probably.
I would have. But that's more because
Ooh.
I have sensitive hearing.
Hold on. Music has changed.
Welcome back,
Welcome back.
sir. You did it. You defeated the henchmen of the mist who were underground, right?
Yes.
Maybe. You got that right! We taught that Zane a lesson!
Ah, I knew it. So you're the
Come on,
actual
Linus.
protagonist, not this blue-haired dude. When the
Don't mind her. She caught a cold because it just got cold down there. That's not important, I'm sure.
When the ground stopped shaking, all the townspeople knew you were successful and started cheering. Then the mayor fell down the hole, then everybody else started cheering. Please go up and talk to them, they'll be very happy. I no longer have to stand by this cave. Oh, and the mayor is waiting for you. Please go see him if you have the time. We actually got him back up. It was a trial. Nobody wanted to do it.
Oh, look, he's planning to jump in.
Say, it's a little
Ready to
cold
push him
here,
down.
isn't it? Did something happened?
Yes.
That just pushes him.
That's what I was just saying.
No, he just literally just stepped up. Literally just like boom.
In
It's
the
what he
last
would have
moments,
wanted.
the enemies froze the depths. The enemy froze the depths of the earth.
Well, fuck.
What? Yes, I only hope that nothing bad happens because of that. That would suck.
Have you heard of global warming?
What could those henchmen of the mist be thinking? It's a mystery to me.
Actually, this is you know what's more accurate to the current situation?
What?
Sonic movie.
Oh yeah.
The frozen lava.
What?
There's a point.
What?
There's a point in the Sonic movie where basically the entirety of the Sky Islands and whatever else is held up and separated by this thin layer of ice and lava, and the lava is actually flowing through the ice somehow.
So the idea is to get the lava to break out to melt the ice, so all the Sky Islands fall.
Yeah.
I don't remember this in the live action road trip
not,
movie.
No,
not
no,
the
no,
live
the
action,
anime.
the old animated Sonic movie.
Oh,
You know what?
that
I've got to show you
weird
that movie
OVA.
first.
It's
I gotta
so
really
good.
show you
Yeah,
that.
it's really
Wait a
good.
minute! The one where Knuckles had a hat, right?
Yes, the one with Knuckles had the damn hat, and he needs that hat back.
Well,
Sorry,
he stole it
sorry,
from the
I'm
Weasel.
very passionate about it.
He stole it from
Again,
the Weasel.
I'm very passionate. I know, but Knack the
Weasel?
yeah, but Knack
from
the
the
Weasel
Triple
hasn't
Chopper.
shown up. Yeah,
Since
but that
Fighter.
exactly. Yeah, Knack hasn't shown up since then. That's the thing.
Since Fighters,
Well, okay.
I believe.
Yeah, since Fires. He was cameoed in Mania, but that was a Bannock posing as him.
Nice.
But my point being is they really need to bring back those characters at some point. I know they did it in the comics, the Archie comics, but seriously, they need to come back in the modern
As long
setting.
as,
We've had Way and Mighty, so let's bring back Knack. Yeah, yeah,
as,
cool.
as,
cool,
long, as
yeah.
long as they don't become part of the main cast, I'm fine with it.
They don't. They don't need to be a main cast. They can just be a one-off in Sonic Prime for like
No, I mean like not even in Sonic Prime. Like if we had Sonic Mania 2, for example, like I wouldn't mind if they just showed up for like specific levels and then never show up. That would be nice. That's it. You don't need to make them part of this whole system of characters, background characters.
Hold on. Sin, if they do a Sonic Mania 2 and they do what you say, like have Knack as a recurring villain, at least for that game, they should show that's not for that one game, you know, like a sub boss or whatever, like what Knuckles was in 3.
Yes.
Just show Knuckles punching out Knack in the final encounter and stealing his hat.
Yeah, and gets the hat. I swear, if they at some point ever tie in the princess and the president, I will be laughing my ass off until I poop.
Princess? You mean that cat girl that Robotnik wanted to do
Sarah.
in a
Yeah, it's just like
Yes.
if they tied everything up in a nice little bow and it all comes together, I'll be laughing so fucking much. Because now the movie is canon and I'm so happy.
You know what? Heaven forbid we look back on this video 10 years down the line, this exact video, and that actually has happened in the Sonic franchise.
And depending on how it goes, Sin might just be like, what was I thinking?
Well, the thing is, Becky.
It's just like, we called it!
Well, the thing is, Becky, I kind of predicted Sonic Boom's designs.
Yes, I remember you saying.
You predicted Buffles.
Not me. Well, actually, yes. Also, Knuckles, yeah.
Wasn't this in the art stream we were talking about this?
Yeah, we did. You weren't there, Becky.
Yeah.
But basically, when I was in university in my 4th year, after Rhys left, I had to do a research project, and I chose Sonic as my topic. And it's more specifically why Sonic games fail and what could probably like steer them in the right direction. And I kind of made the comparison thing going for Mario and stuff, or just the more successful franchises. And one of the things I kept saying, I brought up this Sonic 2006 game as a big example because, well, this was 2011, 10, 11, so it was still fresh in people's minds. And I was like, yeah, like I was going through some of the like changes people, like the characters should probably go through. Like one of the things I said about Sonic is that they should probably consider like changing his overall shape, like having the quills, some of the quills like spike up. And if you notice, in Boom, part of his quills actually like separate like hair, like slightly. In the Sonic movie, they actually do that thing too. So I'm not claiming credit. I'm just happy they actually did it. Another thing I said in the Sonic design, like they could apply this and make this like its own little world where they actually like have an adventure where like most of the characters have the same characteristics and things. You can have an actual interesting adventure world. Boom does exactly fucking that. They make an adventure world where the characters have all the characteristics and stuff. And they have a flowing like art style and things. Again, similar to that. And I'm like, you could even change some of the like the main characters, like Knuckles, giving him a little bit more muscle because, well, he's got tiny fucking arms and shit, and they make buffles.
Oh, hail Buffles!
And I was saying in the art stream that the Sonic 2 movie where Idris Elba voices Knuckles, they kind of take Buffles but apply that mass to normal Knuckles.
Yeah, and
it looks right.
And that's what I meant. Like you could at least change his like silhouette a little bit because he's essentially just like Sonic in the initial thing.
Oh, with dreadlocks.
Yeah, but it's an echidna, so it's very close to a hedgehog. It's just a larger mammal. But
you can even argue that the Sonic in the Sonic movies is closer to Sonic Boom Sonic. He doesn't have the scarf or the tape on.
Yeah.
It's the same look.
And actually,
I liked his scarf.
In the tape thing is another thing I argued for. Like you can, I remember saying like. You could even have like bandages and things like they do in typical adventure style like characters. Where you oh, the old men are sleeping. Oh, the mayor wants to talk to you.
Okay.
Whimsy.
Thank you! Thank you so much! It's all thanks to you!
I think he's going crazy.
This is what you'd call a smile of satisfaction.
Uh-uh.
I'm so happy, words can't describe. Say, I have a favor to ask of you. Would you bring me some spring salts from Vinda? That's a town known for its hot springs. I'm prepared to reward you. I hope you can do this for me. One more thing. I have instructed the guards to let you use the elevator. Please use it. Sorry, continue.
Ria, we need an adult.
Yes, we do. So badly.
I'm an adult.
You are?
They just all hug on to nachos.
Like, just on the...
I'm
You
an
just
adult.
got Luna just clinging to like one of his muscular arms, Rio clinging to like one of his muscular legs, and Nacho's just walking along like it's nothing.
he's doing the doctor whatever his name is. God damn it, Dr. Livesey power walk.
Oh yeah.
Do we need to redraw that meme with our three characters?
You know what? Next art stream, whenever that might be, I will. If I remember. Because I'm taking tomorrow off. Put it on the chat. I don't know if you saw it. I think you did.
You said you were not going to be there tomorrow.
Yeah.
So it'll be next Friday and Wednesday.
Yeah.
Next Wednesday and then next Friday. We'll probably do a Pokemon stream tomorrow instead.
Okie
If Henrik and Cole are up for it.
Mm.
They're both iffy
Oh, yeah.
on it.
Oh yeah, that's a point. How are you finding the gym leaders?
Do you really want my opinion? Or
Sure.
are you talking
That's why I
about
asked.
the design-wise? Design-wise, I think they're great.
Mm-hmm.
Tell us about them design-wise. I don't care about them statistically.
Yeah.
Design-wise, I love them. They seem fun, but gameplay-wise, I think I need to refer you to that one Aqua GIF that Henrik made. It looks like you worked
no.
really hard on this. Maybe you should start over.
Okay.
That's what I think about gym leader battles, or just the whole
Yeah.
thing. Like we were
Yeah, I
playing
don't
Do you
the.
have a favorite yet?
Well, I mean, I'm sure I'll love the normal gym guy. I don't. We haven't fought him yet, but I'm aware of all the memes.
Yes,
He
of
just
course.
seems like a very relatable person, and
Yes.
I like I don't know, for obvious reasons.
Yes.
I want him to be friends with Kabu and Nanu.
Me and Bex were joking that AJ or Izzy is a fan of I don't know.
The streamer one.
Your
Yes, he
eyeballs
knows.
are mine.
Yeah, I get it. But
You're caught in my electro web.
yeah, I like characters with sharp teeth.
Ooh. Shark.
I just like her whole personality personally. So much fun.
I like Rika from the Elite Four.
She confused Cobalt so much she didn't know how to whistle.
Oh, that reminds me, actually. Thanks for bringing that up. Let's see.
Wait, did she not know how to voice the Gremlin Electric Gym Leader or the?
She couldn't. She didn't know how to voice her. She's like, what is this accent?
This is probably the best example I can find for you. You can watch it in your own time, but I'm gonna show it.
And like I keep
You
joking
can probably
that.
show it to Cobalt if need be, but this is the kind of voice I imagine her to have.
Mhm. I
Yeah,
keep
won't be
joking
able
that
to.
like.
Yeah, no, as I said, in your own time. Don't
Oh,
worry about it.
So I was saying I keep joking that Paldea was practically made for our character AJ because they're like gender fluid,
Mhm.
and it's like Professor Oak would really hate that region because be like, "Are you a boy or a girl?"
I mean, Grunt would hate that fucking region. He likes things normal and simple.
That is not normal and simple.
That is one of the reasons I keep telling he would not get along with AJ. It's one of the reasons, one of the many reasons. He barely gets along with Evie.
Yep.
But Evie's more moldable.
Basically.
Yeah,
The gaslighting actually works.
yeah. Oh wait, I don't think I ever showed you that Instagram post I found where it has old Pokemon guys talking to the new Waaldeen ones. I have to find out and show you it.
Oh, by the way, I'm thinking of working a little bit more on the Wonder Grunt writing. I might make it a group effort to sit down and figure out the story for this shit.
Okie dokie.
I like planning stories.
Exactly. So I'm gonna abuse
Well, you know,
that.
we always-
I will abuse that eagerness and trust until
no.
it's all gone.
Well,
I do
let's be
appreciate
honest
it, though.
here.
Yay! Someone appreciates me.
Well, you know, I've usually done a lot of collaborative stuff with my friends, so
Well,
know,
I just
it's fine.
I need to actually talk to things about people because otherwise nothing gets written.
Well, no worries. We can save it for join streams or whenever. You know where to hit me up,
Yeah.
obviously. Sweetheart.
Yes. Oh, right. Sorry. I was really into the snitching. Real! Zoom, 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 zoom. The mist! Binder is covered in the mist! What's going
Take a wild guess.
on? Suck monsters!
Both of you, look.
Suck monsters?
The windmills that were protecting Vidna from the mist, they've stopped.
Oh no.
You don't suppose it's because the magma cooled? The effects could have spread this far. What irony? Actually, that might actually be accurate. Because magma could be... Like, if the wind changes quickly, this could have happened. Because the constant pressure, heat pressure changes in the atmosphere.
Oh, really? I thought it was because the windmills were powered by the magma. But that's just how dumb I am.
Well, technically they are, but the wind pressure can change drastically. This is why tornadoes happen, basically, in America, because of constant heat changes in atmosphere.
Okay.
Rio, let's see if anyone's still alive.
I'm pretty sure they're possessed, not alive, buddy. But we'll take a look.
Well, everyone's alive. They're just, like we said, possessed.
They're just dead. They're just dead inside.
No,
Well,
they're alive
Luna certainly
inside. They're dead on the outside.
Ah, right. The opposite to being a millennial.
Oh, you should have
They're a
seen.
boomer.
You should have seen Luna. She just kind of had her head down as she
Yeah,
went into
yeah.
my pocket.
Yeah.
She's dead inside. That's odd. There's no one around.
The sock monsters got them all.
Speaking of sock monsters, prepare yourself.
We fight and it's literally like a sock puppet.
With googly eyes.
Yeah.
If only.
Because everything's better with googly eyes.
I mean, it is. Oh my god, that just reminded me of something that was odd. After watching Jackie Chan Adventures, for whatever reason on Jetix, there was this whole like toilet brush thing with googly eyes, just fighting other inanimate objects with googly eyes. I think it was like Brushly or something like that.
That sounds amazing.
Rushly.
I want 20 seasons of this.
Like, it's such an obscure thing to remember, but I just remember it being so outrageous, and it was always after Jackie Chan Adventures.
Brushly.
Sometimes when you remember something so obscure, you think it's just like, did that really exist? It couldn't have. And you look it up, it's like, oh my god, it did. Oh my goodness. It's a weird thing when you remember stuff from your life and you just really think, did that actually happen? It couldn't have. And then it's like, oh my god, it actually did.
Like S Club 7 having a TV series and a movie.
I'm sorry, what?
You didn't know that?
I forgot about it, more like it.
Lucky.
It's like everyone was going on about the Spice Girls and you hardly hear them on the radio, but it was a thing. They still exist.
I unironically love the Spice Girls movie. It is trash and I am here for it.
You know what, Becky? You know what? I remember watching it with one of my friends at the time, and yeah, it was fun.
I mean, it has Richard E. Grant in it. I love me
But-
some Richard E. Grant.
But I don't remember anything out of it other than you remember at the end when they look in the camera and break the fourth wall talking to the audience?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that.
You know what the funniest thing? When I think we watched it on her birthday, and when when one of them says like, "And you in the back, I really like your dress," they all look at me because I was sitting in the back.
Like, did you happen to be cross-dressing that day?
No.
What do you mean that day?
I don't know what you did in your off time.
Cross-dress, Becky.
I know, you might have had an
I am
animation.
very secure in my masculinity, thank you.
I don't know, you might have had an animation project due that day and you needed skirt physics for whatever reason, so you put on like a tablecloth
That's
to
not
record
how it
yourself
works.
just playing.
I mean, certain animators do that.
You
but
need a lot of equipment for it to work that way.
Because I remember watching like these behind the scenes stuff with
For Encanto.
yeah, and seeing some of the animators just do this stuff at home for dress physics and whatnot. Actual men. It's like, ah.
No, whatever works. I've seen them do it. It's just sometimes you also take a video just to see how it would flow. You get it.
Yeah. Because oh yeah, there was actually something with Chainsaw Man recently.
About the cold flap? Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, exactly.
I was about
And
to
I liked
talk about that as
I
well.
thought that was cool.
I
Yeah,
was just
that was
about
kinda
to bring
cool.
it
I
up
love
as
that.
well.
Yeah.
He's like, man, I can't believe how much the cold actually stays with you. Well, the thing, if it is a quick movement, yeah, it's gonna follow you. Because funny enough, as we brought up, the wind pressure stays with you.
Yeah. Again, I just like those little details that animators do. It's really cool. And obviously, don't need to say it. Especially when Disney were doing 2D stuff, they really put the work in. My god.
Well, they worked with what they
So-
had at the time.
Like, my god, the fluidity of the animation for 2D. It's beautiful. Oh, new art! Iron Headbutt!
The absolute Hikachi move.
Basil, the Great Mouse Detective, needs
With
more
that
love.
fluid 80s headband, or 90s, I don't care. It's just get them. Oh god, I love this shit. I love it so much. Like, I was actually looking.
I'm keeping
up
that
some-
as canon for Grunt. That he had
Yeah.
speed.
Oh yeah. One of my
I mean,
favorite.
it's a very grunt thing to do.
One of my favorite panels was definitely when Grunt's headbutt in Rio. I loved how that turned out.
Ah, you normally hate your work, baby, so that's good to hear.
Well, considering I did it by mouse, as you are well aware, it really just looked so good. Oh,
Who is it? Are you a woman?
yes.
No.
Oh, thank goodness. But there are still other humans not possessed by Seru.
I swear, if it's a Saru with a sock puppet.
Go ahead, get in. I'll start the elevator.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, someone was doing a 2D rendition of Wreck-It Ralph, and it looks so good in 2D. Goddamn.
I like Wreck-It Ralph.
Oh, don't get me wrong, I don't hate it in 3D. I'm
I
just saying,
still
like,
have not seen it.
Ah, it's
I was-
adequate.
I was really looking forward to it, but it got delayed in UK, if you remember, Rhys. Like, incredibly
Yes.
delayed.
yes.
And I missed my opportunity, and I think it came out after I moved out.
Aw. The second one was okay.
Who was voicing Pepe? Was it me? What was the one for you guys? I can't remember. Rio, I'm so glad you're safe.
Oh yeah, Pepe's a fig.
Mhm.
I somehow managed to survive. Probably because I knocked over all those old people.
Where's the mist generator?
I don't know, along with a bunch of old people. But I do know that the mist blows from the northwest. That means you may find the mist generator if you go past Ratad.
Ratayu.
Okay? Who was on the fucking naming committee? I'm gonna kill them.
Japanese people.
Hmm.
What's going on here? The hot spring water suddenly turned cold. The windmills are stopped. There's nothing to keep the mist out. Some rascal must be fooling around with the magma underground. There you go.
Totally wasn't a bit of Minotaur. Mrs. Dad Pass. This shelter saved a lot of people in Vinda from the mist. My husband, Dad Pass, he built the shelter, but later on, he went outside to look for people who didn't make it and never came back.
Your
It's
husband is a
just
fool.
not fair.
Mm-hmm.
I'm stuck with all these commoners by myself. I'm just an old hag who was bad-mouthing Dad Pass. Now I've learned my lesson. That's how bigotry works. Dad Pass has great foresight.
Wow, okay.
Oh look, it's a boy band member.
With all that's going on, this ain't the time for sightseeing. But anyway, if you want to rest, I'll lend you my bed. How about it?
Can all
Okay.
3 of us
Lu-
fit on it?
Alright. That will be 250G per night,
You
please.
said you'd lend it to us.
Okay.
Have
Gee, I
Bug.
appreciate this. Around here, this is about the only work there is for me.
Smushes Bug into his hair. Have Bug.
It's
I don't know
worth
why, I just
250G. At least.
I don't know why, I just imagined all 3 of them just stuck in one bed together. Like, Luna just coming up to Rio and Nacho just...
Spooning Rio from behind.
No,
Rio just kind of horrified.
Luna takes the bug, smushes into the guy's hair, just looks him in the eyes. It's worth 300G. Keep the change.
What a catastrophe.
I would have thought. Who would think everyone would be saved by Danpas, the one we all made fun of?
First the windmill stopped all of a sudden, right? Then the mist came. And then there's ra-seru. That was the old man.
So, you're looking for someone or something?
I'm looking for treasure.
Let's start with the first. Let's go down.
Dampas, unfortunately, I have no idea where Dampas is. Are you looking for anything else?
That was expected.
What?
Have
You're after
Bug.
treasure at a table like this? Well, you came to
Yes.
the right man. You came to the right man. It doesn't make much sense, but it's not for me to say, eh? All right, I'll tell you.
Why
Go
is
to
old
the
man grumpy?
machine room. There's some treasure there, like the magical spring salts.
Neat.
The water's cooled down, so you should be able to walk around inside. Are you looking for something else?
No, nothing in particular.
Alrighty then. Take care, youngster.
Don't steal my wallet.
Please don't touch my wallet bag.
Bad.
Calm, Luna.
Bad.
Good
I give
boy.
you value. I give you valuable bug.
Where's it with you and bugs?
I don't know. It just feels like something Luna would do.
I'm not disputing that. It's just so random.
Fuck.
Have bug.
Have potato.
Potato. O cocodero. Mother. Composure, composure, composure. Don't hurt it, don't hurt it. Kill the motherfucker. No, wait, this is Luna's. Make a friend.
Friend! Have bug friend.
Cross a beam!
Roll speed. Reverse scissor.
Dolphin.
Oh.
Hypots! Fire! Blow!
Fire
I'm
fame.
still mad. I'm
Power
still
punch.
mad we can't get one of those pufferfish.
You're still on that?
Yes, they're fucking cute, and we can't make friends with them.
No, but we can keep killing him if you want.
I don't want to. I want to be friends with them.
Oh
No,
my
that's how
god, you
you
caught
make-
a monster!
That's how we make friends of them. By killing them slowly.
Well, you just made a friend, you headbutted it into submission.
Exactly. Now it loves me.
It's got a concussion. I don't think it even knows
Exactly.
what its name is.
See, it's not aggressive towards me anymore.
I don't think that's how Pokemon works.
Why do you think we throw
What is
balls
that?
at their faces?
I mean, depending if it's a parody or not of a certain kind.
Parody?
You know what sick things they do on the internet.
No, I don't. Please elaborate, Becky.
I can't we get demonetized and sued.
We get
Nah.
monetized?
Come now, I already talked about mass shootings, rape, aliens, and all other kinds of weird shit in this stream. Specifically this stream. You think something
Yeah.
horrible to Pokemon is gonna demonetize us? We were never monetized.
the
to
other
begin
thing-
with.
Yeah, I was gonna
yeah.
say. The other thing we haven't actually brought up is pedophilia. So yeah.
Mm,
Oh no, wait.
we
Kinda
did.
did.
We did.
Did we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about Rurouni Kenshin, I believe.
Yes. That we did. So yeah, we pretty much ticked all the boxes. It's fine. It's all dandy. Hmm.
Have fuck.
Don't hurt my girlfriend.
She's 12.
What's
You
the
can
point?
You can still be
14.
his girlfriend.
Yeah. Stop being a hater, Becky.
You have an age gap of 2 years. It's fine.
Yeah, we have an age gap of 7. I think he's fine. Just saying.
Don't you dare touch my girlfriend. She's 12, so am I.
Mana.
God damn it. He's the only one that doesn't have that healing orb, and I'm kind of irked by that.
Have shroom.
Well, we don't have any healing shrooms anymore.
Luna ate them all.
It wouldn't surprise me, she's been hallucinating all day. Luna, what is your wisdom?
+5.
I love this girl.
Nisha just slowly moves his head towards her really unimpressed.
I talked about this machine. What machine would I have found? Oh, hello,
Hello.
person.
Grrr.
A sewer monster. There's a sadness deep within its eyes.
I have to pay taxes.
I'm sorry, what?
I'm sad about taxes.
Oh, another one. Let me guess, there's a deep sadness in their eyes. What is your wisdom?
-20.
Ooh. Oh. Don't mind me, just begging energy. Oh, down here. Okay. Hold on a sec. I saw something.
I miss Zetsu.
Dang it. I can't open that.
It's okay, it's just a village pawn stash.
Damn it! I'm okay. I'm fine.
I'm still not sure why all the porn stash was just old man in onesies, but okay. Not gonna question this village. Actually, I am very curious now, and this will not let go. Why is this here? Why did they do this?
Why? Why would you do this to me?
Tell me why.
No, seriously, tell me why. Why would you do this to me?
Could be worse. Could be clown porn.
So what?
Could be clown porn.
I like
That's the
porn.
best porn!
Honk honk.
Oh, goodness gracious me.
I see, because they have honkers.
Got it! Yes, you finally get it. You finally get it! At long last, he can be taught!
Yay!
You just gotta believe in your perversions.
Oh.
Why not? They believe in you.
Don't believe in the perversions that believe in you. Believe in the perversions that believe in you.
But what if I have a disappointment kink? Then they wouldn't believe in me, so my kink needs to be sustained that way.
Well, Becky, you have a disappointment kick, and they believe in you, so you would be severely disappointed that they believe in you, so it works out.
That's a weird full circle kind of kink, and that's too much effort.
Well, it's like being crazy. So crazy that you're sane. And yet it happens. You know what? I find it interesting that out of all of us, like, I have 2 pages worth of monsters. Even Luna probably has 2 pages of monsters. No, just barely. 1 page of monsters. Alright. Yet Nacho only has 4.
Yeah.
This boy needs to catch up with shit.
I mean, it makes sense for his character. He's still learning to trust Seru.
I suppose. But the thing is, trying to catch Seru in this game, at least for me, it's just been so random and difficult. Like, there's no legitimate, strict way to do it. You've got to weaken it enough, and then you catch it. That's basically it.
It's Pokemon with extra steps.
Well, unlike with Pokemon, I can't just throw a ball at these things.
Nani?
Odd. Do I have enough space yet? No, still not enough. Like, I found it interesting that in the manual anyway, it says what each ra-seru has a specialty with, but you can catch any that come in your vicinity.
Apart from pufferfish.
Like, for example,
Ignored.
yeah, Nachos can capture light and electric ones. I can capture fire ones and something else. I can't remember what it was. But with Luna's, she captures wind and water ones. That's her specialty with. But
Specialty.
as you see, it's like can just catch any really.
She uses the water to boil the tea, and then she uses the wind to cool down the tea so it's not too hot.
Yeah, because if you look in Magic, I think it's Magic or Stats, one or two. Yeah, meta here, it's all about fire attacks. Luna's all about wind, yours is all about electricity. And yet, they can just catch any or whatever. Like in the manual, it's like, oh, does it actually matter? But in the game, it's like, no, not really. Just
Well,
use whatever you
maybe
feel
there's just like a heightened chance, who knows.
like.
But
maybe.
I guess it hasn't been working out.
Again, I'm not really complaining all that much. It's just when I was younger, I really committed to it. Now it's just like, oh, I just got it as is. Okay, whatever.
You're just like, neat.
Well, as I said, like, back when I was a kid, I gave all healing ones to Luna, all attacking ones to Rio and Nacho. But I also gave Nacho healing ones because he was the slowest of all. So if I got big attack, Nacho would do the healing after. It only made sense. And if I really needed a quick heal, I would use Luna to do it because he goes first, because he's the fastest one.
Because she's filled with sugar.
Again, I still love the fact he uses Iron Head. Like, Luna here has the longest attacks. Like, she can do the most combinations because her bar is longer than all the others. However, Nachos here can hit a lot harder than the rest.
And Rio's basic.
Well, yeah, because I'm the leader. I'm the like best of all of you.
Apart from having no personality of any type.
Just stares at Luna. Why you gotta call me out like that?
Half bug.
Numb. Yes, I've been with you for so long. I actually eat your bugs now.
Crunchy.
Slimy, yet satisfying. He gets it.
Yes, he does. Mother! That thing blocked all my punches. That is not cool.
How?
How dare!
It's just a watermelon pumpkin.
Yep. Devil pump. Yeah, devil pump. Pumpkin. Devil pumpkin. Yes.
Pumpkin of devilly nature. And swan dive.
Cyclone. Head splitter. High pots. That is totally not Shoryuken. Who said that?
Final wave!
Show me your cans.
Oh. Oh wait, were you asking Sid?
You cans.
You don't have any cans of beans or fruit?
No.
Oh.
Ah, spring salts. Nice. I still have no idea why I need these, but...
Because the mayor wants them.
I know, but why do I need them?
Because the mayor wants them.
Yeah, but why do I need them?
Because the mayor offered us money.
Did he though?
Unless he's trying to pay us in exposure.
Could you imagine?
Exposure to what?
Luna? Exposure to what?
His porn stash.
Come on, Archers, let's go, let's go, let's go!
It's just old lady porn.
Damn it!
I have very particular tastes.
Tastes like laminate.
Why is it the only attractive female on this damn team is 12 years old?
To make you question yourself.
I don't question myself. I'm just angry. Why? Why, Luna? Why you gotta do this to me?
She didn't choose to be 12.
But look at that figure!
Yeah, we'll be mad at Japan.
Ah, you got it. Nice.
Just quote Grandpa Jojo.
Oh my god.
No, not that one. Whatever it is. He
Oh
yells in-
my god!
Oh, what was it he yells in the airport?
Son of a bitch!
Like, I'll never forgive the Japanese or whatever.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, that's how you feel about the fact that they designed Luna that way.
Actually,
She's 12.
Speaking of JoJo, I did finish watching part 6, funnily enough.
Yeah.
Because it's all out now.
Good.
Oh, a magical ring. Interesting.
Now you can turn into a magical girl.
Yay! Fulfill
Ah.
your destiny, Rio, as a strong, independent woman.
How did it go? I think I remember. It's on the tip of my tongue. Nope, can't remember it.
What are you trying to remember?
The magic words to Sailor Moon.
Moon, prism, transformation, blah blah blah.
Oh, thank you. Moon, prism, makeup!
Wait, those are the actual words?
Something like that, close to
I
it.
was joking.
Well, in the English dub, it was Moon, Prison, Power. But in Pretty Sailor Moon, they usually say, like, Mercury, Star Power, Makeup, or something like that. Because all their, transformation is based around makeup. First, like, nails and then lipstick and... Oh, hello. That's a first. Interesting. And I did nothing. Moving on. Oh, Luna increased the level. Congratulations.
Yay!
Hey, we did it, team.
We did it, team. It was all thanks to Nacho's battering ram, his shoulder.
His
And that
meat.
mace
Mm.
in somebody's face.
That was amazing.
You know what, Becky?
Yeah.
Thanks to me, those enemies look a little bit emaciated.
You okay there, baby? You okay?
I'm fine. I am calm. I am composed. I'm not being punished by you two.
You are not.
You're punishing yourself. Stat screen!
Oh, you missed out, actually. There was actually a moment when we were doing our Digimon stream that we actually had to look at the stat screen.
Yeah.
Stat screen!
And you went
Well,
there.
well, she did say it when you said it
Yes.
out loud.
Oh, yeah. But she was a bit far away, obviously.
She still came off, you could still hear her.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay. Then I got to lower
But
the
she
input on
shouted
this
it.
mic. I keep forgetting how high the input on this mic is.
It's not the input, it's the space you guys in.
Yes.
'Cause
Yeah, until we get a bigger
the way
place.
sound works is that it bounces off of your walls.
You
Yeah.
could say it's
Do you-
exposed to the walls.
Yeah, do you guys have a carpet?
No.
Well, that also...
We have a
it's
tiny
right
one.
there.
Well, that's what I mean. If you guys live in a carpeted area, then that dampens the bounce.
Oh, no, this is all mostly wood flooring. We've got a carpet mat, but that's about
Yeah,
it.
well, I'm at the point where I'm considering having like a, not in this apartment, but at my grandma's apartment, of having a. I know it's a very Russian thing, but I'm gonna take one of the carpets and hang it on the wall,
Okay.
Neat.
and
Interesting.
it'll dampen the sound bounce even more.
Oh, fascinating.
Right, you get the hot glue gun, I'll get some carpets.
You don't need the hot glue gun. You just need a lot of nails. Because you basically get some of the carpets that have like little what do you call them? The things you hang up on.
Hooks?
They're little metal hooks, and they just keep going all over the side of the carpet, and you have to nail a nail in for each one. and then it's not gonna
Okay.
droop or anything else, and the weight will be distributed along the entire side of the carpet.
Okay.
So it won't break the nails, it won't break the wall, but you are gonna have a couple of holes in the wall.
Of course.
It would be. I guess you could say you're really nailing interior design.
Yep.
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 Yes.
Get ready to vacuum the walls, Becky.
You assume we vacuum.
I do.
Well, we try to.
I wish
I try to.
I wish I could vacuum my place right now, but my vacuum cleaner is broken.
Oh no.
Oh no.
It runs on a battery, and the battery is dead.
Wait. Does vacuums that run on batteries?
There are
That's
vacuums
fun.
that they're basically cordless, so they have an internal battery, and mine unfortunately is mostly dead. I can literally
Oh,
take
I
it
gotcha.
off, turn it on, and it'll work for like 5-10 seconds and just die again.
Huh. Okay.
So I either need to get a new lithium battery for it. Just open it up, see how it looks, check what the model is, order a new one, and see if that'll fix it, or I need to get a new vacuum in general.
Okay, okay.
Obviously, probably better to do the first thing, but yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
Obviously, getting a... I would say getting a cord... It's very convenient not to have a cord lying around, obviously. But this one is... the other unfortunate thing about this vacuum as well is that it's not very strong. And when...
Yeah.
It does not have muscle spirit.
Yep, it does not. My grandma's vacuum is much better. That thing is a powerhouse.
Yeah.
So you're saying if this was a shonen manga, your vacuum would be the weedy protagonist and your grandboss would be the experienced warrior?
No.
No.
No. I don't even know
Oh, that
what the
just
comparison
blows.
would be.
I don't know, my brain was just thinking of like My Hero Academia for the most part, but with vacuums. And your grandma's vacuum would be like, eat this battery to gain my power.
Okay. Right, I need to not drink alcohol on streams. I need to go piss again. I'll be right back.
Alright. I'll run the beautiful ad. It's gonna start in 1.5 minutes anyway.
Team Rocket.
I'm so upset. Why? What happened? Shut the fuck up. Okay, girl. Fuck you, stay upset. Hope your day gets worse, like, actually. That's my approach to things.
Also, apart from the swag, this is pretty much how they communicate all the time anyway.
Yeah. They have a very healthy relationship.
I mean, healthier than him and his ex, that's for sure.
That was less of an ex and more like an arranged marriage.
Oh, the same. No wonder he fears Jesse on some deep internal level. But yeah, they're literally the best part of the anime over the last 25 years, and now they're retiring.
Well,
Sad.
you gotta move on sometime. It'll be fine.
At this point, the anime is better at just like outright not having consistent evil team, and since there's no way they're gonna top Jesse and James and Meowth.
I'm sure they will. I just, personally, don't care.
Personally, I don't even give a damn
At this point.
I know you don't, but they're like some of my favorite characters. Like they always just have the best gags. Hello, Rhys. Was your pee successful?
Yes, it was. Now, speaking of, let us go back to the other place and give these salts to the mayor for some reason. Yeah, it's not really confirmed if Jesse and James are retired from the anime as of yet.
They are.
Well, there's going to be 11 episodes before the new series starts up in April, so see what happens.
They are. Face the music.
Like a man!
I will not. I will not. I gotta go through the 5 stages first. First is denial.
Imagine needing to go through stages.
I mean, considering how theatrical Jesse and James are, it's only appropriate.
But
They have all those costumes!
Don't get me wrong, I never thought I'd see the day, but here we are. So, yeah.
We're finally here.
Yeah. Ash has been, quote unquote, what, retired.
finally.
And we're getting a whole new protagonist.
What time?
They shaved that a decade or two back. But oh well.
Hey, don't get me wrong, I don't hate Ash as a character, but when you've been doing the same thing for 25 years in 8 different regions, it's like, yeah, could we move on?
We need to move on.
Mm-hmm. Again, I wouldn't even mind so much if they actually aged up Ash. I get why they didn't, but all the same. You know, we could have actually had Johto with, was it Jimmy or Ethan, for goodness sake. But nope, it was just Ash. Always Ash. Nothing but Ash. Which is weird, because in some movies you actually see the other male protagonists from the Pokemon series. They never did anything. Ash would just battle them. Or they'd be in a tournament or something. And it just made me think, why aren't we following these guys? Or girls, even.
Boop-a-doop-a-doop.
But I'm an old fogey, so, you know, whatever. One thing I've always wondered is why the Pokemon manga never got an adaptation.
Hmm.
Not enough interest for this.
I suppose. Considering the manga's still going on, but that's to be expected.
Hmm.
They're still working through the Sword and Shield arc.
Mm-hmm. Piers nearly killed the kings with the stupid haircuts in that one.
Yes, he did.
That brought me so much joy.
I know it did.
And then Marty had to stop him from committing murder.
Understandable. That is not right, Becky.
But Rhys, the hair's too stupid.
What's your point?
If they make decisions like that, we shouldn't let them live. Whee!
I was actually wondering if that'd take me to the actual underground area.
Nope.
Nope. Not that lucky.
Nope, you must
Hold on.
suffer.
My spider sense is tingling.
Stat screen! Hmm.
Could be my imagination.
What is? Tell me your thought process.
It's just an old memory. Just an old
All
memory.
alone in the moonlight?
No.
Hmm.
Just something I think I remember from when I played this younger. I remember at a certain point I had to fight those 3 bad guys again. Like they stopped me just before I go and talk to them, but I could be wrong.
Was it the ninjas?
Yeah, it was the ninjas. As I said, I'm probably remembering the right event, but in a different place. As I was saying earlier, you know where you like remember something and you can't remember if it actually happened or not.
Like British TV programming for children.
Oh, I didn't even realize they actually dubbed, was it the Loom anime for Britain? Just a bit before my time.
Specifically.
Like I grew up with the American dub of like DB and DBZ, but we actually had a full-on British one. Like what?
There's a British dub of Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
I wonder how bad it is.
Yeah, so.
It can't compare to Come Magic Cloud.
That was the one I'm talking about.
Wait, that was a British dub?
For the movies, yeah. Not for the show, but for the movies. Like, I remember being so excited when Toonami was announcing, we're getting the Dragon Ball Z movies. And when I watched it, it's like, come, Magic Cloud. What? What is this? Vegeta saying, Kamehameha! What? Huh? The fuck? And then I saw the DVDs in, like, CEX, and it's like, oh my god, this must be the ones I'm used to. Nope. Was the complete English ones. I was so mad. So very, very mad. Anyway. Rio and the others handed the spring swords to the mayor. Oh, I'm gonna kill my voice here. Oh! These are the spring swords! Thank you so much! What are these for, you ask? Oh! Why, they're for putting into bathwater. They make it smell just like a natural hot spring. Please take this in return. Although I know it's not much of a reward, please use it.
Slowness chain.
You must have bathed in Vinder's hot springs, yes?
No.
You must have discovered Vinder.
I got the silence chain.
It's because you saved this town, but such a terrible thing happened to Vinder. Oh, the irony! I feel like I am to blame for the misfortune of the people of Vinder.
Lewis is like, yes.
But there must be something we can do.
What is this weird business?
If you destroy the source of the mist, then they will be saved from the mist. Say, you are looking for a Genesis tree, correct? Well, I know where it is. It's at Mount Latona, which is next to ra-seru. But rumor has it that the ruler of ra-seru is quite a difficult fellow. But I'm sure you should be able to handle him.
We give him season 2 DVD of Love Hina.
Double sub.
Yes. His box set has both.
Well, I guess we now know where we're heading, folks.
Hell.
To... We head to DVD store to pick up Love Hina. I don't know why Love Heat is just the first thing that popped into my head.
No, Nothing is actually good.
Oh, is it? I've never seen it.
Not the anime though.
No,
What?
the manga. The manga.
What?
The manga.
I'm so confused right now.
Shush. Just accept what we
I
say.
am really, really salty about the anime.
I know you are, buddy. I know.
Gee, I couldn't tell.
It doesn't matter if it's a dub or sub, it's still shit.
Mm.
Can't shit or a different level of shit?
Different. It's different.
Different type of shit, yes. Disappointing.
It's like what they did with Resignation plus Vampire. Except Loving is better than that. Slightly. It's just your generic harem comedy.
Not even. Not even. Like, yeah, the Love Hina manga has a very good blend of humor and fan service, where it's a good balance. But the anime is like the scale got broken and they're all guessing what the weights are of everything.
There's no real consistency.
It's all over the place, and also for some reason, and I keep bringing this up, but they added these old man characters that are always just spouting random, I guess, philosophical knowledge in the background, which is completely off, not off-putting, but just
Random.
random.
It's just random
It's not part of anything. They're just there. They're just spawning shit. It has nothing to do with what's going on. It might in some like weird fashion, but they're always there.
Yeah, it's not even in the manga. Just
They literally added
an
them in the
anime
anime. And the manga like proves that you don't need them. Absolutely, they're absolutely no. They add absolutely nothing.
Guess they were trying to reel in that old man demographic.
No, not even that. Literally, Becky, it's kind of like you went to the kitchen to make yourself a sandwich, and you're standing there. You're cutting the cheese. You're cutting the sausage or whatever else you put on your sandwich, and then I just come up to you, and I just
talk about Gantz for 40 minutes.
no. While you're making it, I'm just kind of like, I'm struggling to even come up with a fucking analogy.
You're juggling a unicycle.
Sure, I just come over behind you and I start juggling while you're making a sandwich. You are like not even paying attention to me, but I am there in the background.
Just doing it.
I'm just doing it. You might notice me every now and then. I'm like, oh, cool. Then you complete your sandwich. You go into the room, and I'm just still doing. And I'm still there, juggling. As you're sitting, as you're sitting there watching, like sit down on the couch and you turn on the TV or whatever, and you're biting down your sandwich. I'm back in there in the background, still in the kitchen, juggling those balls.
I mean,
Rhys comes up to you.
you.
Rhys comes up to you, and you guys have a conversation about what you're gonna be doing or what you're gonna be watching later, like or whatever happened. And I'm there in the background juggling balls. Nobody really talks about me juggling balls. I'm there. Every now and then I might come up behind you juggling balls, and I might just start like talking to myself, complaining about things that are completely unrelated. But you don't pay me any mind. You don't interact with me. I'm just there, like a ghost. I'm just
juggling time.
I'm just part of this household, you see. Like you're living your normal life, but I'm just like a nuisance that you have to ignore.
I mean,
this is what the old men are like in the Love Hina anime.
That just reminded me of that anime where the girl can see the ghosts and just tries to ignore them.
Well, at
throughout
least
the
there,
episode.
it's actually funny because like, oh yeah. But in here, it's just like, okay, he's juggling balls.
I still gotta
Does-
watch that,
does he
actually.
do anything? No. He's just juggling balls over there.
My hypothetical questions then. In this universe, are you contributing to the rent? If not, no wonder I ignored you. You make us pay all the rent.
Becky, you don't even know if I'm living there. I just appear. I don't sleep. I don't talk to you guys. I don't interact. I just appear and I juggle balls.
Wow, worst roommate ever.
I'm not even a roommate.
Yeah.
That's the thing. I'm just there.
I can just imagine Bex just like, Rhys, you see it too, right? See what? That guy juggling the balls.
No, Rhys. You don't even talk about me. That's the problem.
Oh no, I'm not talking about you. She's talking about you.
That's part of the analogy.
Yeah.
Because that's how the old men are, like in that universe. Like they just appear and they might just spot something. The characters might look at them and they just keep doing their thing. Like
Oh,
they just politely ignored them. So
about right.
so that's what I mean by you guys are literally living your life and I'm just there juggling balls. Like it's not like you might say, oh, at least it's entertaining. No, you're not paying attention to me. You're just doing your own thing. You might notice me every now and then, but seconds later you just go back to doing your thing. And everybody else who's watching this is like, why is there a guy juggling balls?
Oh god.
I've known you guys for like 10 years up to this point, but now there's always a guy behind you juggling balls. And nobody can explain this.
Nope.
It was just an executive decision that happened. And you two might look at him like at me and like, oh yeah, I guess he's there. And anyway, and they just carry on. This is what I mean by those old men absolutely contribute nothing.
You know, one of these days, in one of my comic series or whatnot, I might just do that, Jake. Just something going on in the background. Not even addressing it, just putting something in the background.
Well,
and it's a consistent thing that keeps happening.
The problem is, Rhys, that if in this analogy, I'm not always in the background. Sometimes I'm in the focus, and you're in the background, but the thing is still going on about you.
Yes.
Anyway.
Rio, don't move.
Stop. Hammer time.
Wait a moment.
I sense something. Luna, can you? Do you sense it?
Is it a bug? It's a Genesis tree. There's a Genesis tree nearby. Like, oh my god.
Naturally,
But wait.
so done with it.
But Genesis Tree's energy level is fluctuating wildly. What does this mean?
Genesis tree is to the east. Let's pass through the town and head east.
Oh, I could jump that. I wasn't even sure if I could. Oh, I remember this part. Okie dokie.
Housekeeping.
There's a letter there you can read.
There's a strange looking wedding dress in the dresser. Oh dear. There's a letter on the desk. Do you wish to read it? Yes.
We've just discovered the plot to Runaway Bride.
Alice Month, Day
Oh.
5. You are fortunate to be able to give your life to our great mission. Be happy, Eliza. You have been chosen to be a ra-seru bride. Tomorrow I will send guards to retrieve you. Clear your mind, purify your body, and wait. Bones are you, Lord of Ratayu.
Somebody got sacrificed.
Indeed.
Rio, the others put the letter back. I imagine Rio just slowly putting that down.
They just
Like, oh.
slides it back onto the position and just leaves.
I saw nothing. I read nothing.
Nachos and Luna didn't actually see that. They just like they just kind of look over at the letter, like what was in there?
There was nothing. Let's move on.
Was it about my parents?
No.
He's gonna have parents.
Shocking.
Oh, that was a new sensation.
Rest of the game, she's just occasionally picking up radio signals from ra-seru. Her ponytail acting like an antenna.
Let's see if this headbutt of friendship will work.
Doki doki!
Power punch! Shit! No friendship.
No friendship again? So yeah, this village is into sacrificing young girls in wedding dresses.
Yeah. Really? Watch out, Luna.
Oi.
Because you're a young girl.
What sacrificing?
You're just missing the wedding dress.
Is that something you can eat?
No. Hmm. This thing has a lot of health.
It has a very revitalizing lifestyle.
Hmm.
You know what I find kind of funny about the whole virgin sacrifice trope?
Go on.
They always revert to girls. It's like, but there could be boy virgins too.
Well, usually the
Sometimes
thing,
boys
the
get
sacrifice.
sacrificed. Depends on the. It usually is the virgin thing, but it
I was
pertains to
gonna
the virgin bride thing. So if you're marrying the person to the monster, then it follows the usual tradition. If it's female monsters, then usually the man gets sacrificed. So to be a
Yeah, I was
virgin
gonna say
husband.
depends. Yeah, I was gonna say depends on the deity that you're sacrificing to. Really.
Yep. But usually, if it's virgin sacrifice, as in just as in being killed, then yeah, it's usually children in general. It goes a little bit deeper.
Well, not that didn't catch it, but he certainly killed it.
I'm blue, double D, double I.
Well, it's a good thing because he was on very low health. Like it was ridiculously low, and he was poisoned too.
You should
So-
probably save.
Yeah, I'm gonna go out the village and save because
Save.
that's how I do things. Save it issue.
Save.
Summon an elder abomination.
Can't you save it in
Because I
it?
don't know. No, you gotta, stay the night to save. Technically,
Okay,
you gotta find a saving crystal.
fair enough.
Otherwise, thankfully, I wasn't too far from the
Exit. Stage 5.
Yes.
Exit stage right.
Okay, Snagglepuss.
Yeah. And 7.
I used to really like Snaggle.
Yeah.
He's so fruity.
It's high class, Becky.
I wonder if him and like the Pink Panther were like college roommates in animation school where they were learning to be cartoon characters.
Who knows? Anywho, thank you everybody for watching. If you're watching this on YouTube, like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah, follow our social medias in the description below. And yeah, stay frosty.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.